Hello, everybody. How's everyone it's Saturday. Oh my gosh. Like, in a way, it feels kind of normal because this is typically when we do our live painting, but then it also is weird because it's not a live painting. So, hello, everyone. I'm really excited that you're all here. I've been looking forward to talking to you guys today. I gotta get comfortable, get my feet up on my chair. I've been sitting in this chair since, Mr. Moon is screaming at us right now. I have been sitting in this chair since, I think, 6 o'clock this morning. So, I've been working on next week's video. So I will show you next week's video, but shortly, not right this minute. So, I know I'm a tease. I will tell you our color palette. So I actually mentioned you guys in the video because remember, it might have been, I don't remember if it was a JAMSS session or what, but a couple weeks ago, I asked if anyone had ever done a painting without using white. You know, we've done lots of paintings where we don't use black, but I asked if you had ever done a painting without using white. So this painting that we're doing next week, there's no white in it. We're not using white. We're not using black. There's no black. There's no white. So yeah. So I'll give you our color palette here in just a few, and then in a little while I'll show you. So how is everybody today? You guys are all chatting up a storm in there, and yeah. Anyway, hi. Nope, not even to mix. There's no white paint at all. No white paint, no black paint. I know, it says that my internet connection sucks, but it doesn't. So, I don't know, I'm sorry. Hopefully it's not freezing up too bad, and if it is, hopefully that goes away soon. So, Mr. Moon is screaming in the background. So I missed you guys last week, not having a video. That is always really stressful to me, not having a video. It's a really stressful thing for me. And sometimes I feel like when I don't have a video, people are like, she's slacking off, taking a week off. No. So I actually started recording this week's video. Thanks, Jennifer. I started recording this week's video Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember. And I am actually done with the video itself, but I still have, I have to record my intro and outro, and I still have, another day of editing to go on next week's video. It's looking like at this moment, let me look, I've still got the program pulled up here. As of this moment, since I'm not done editing it, it's just under 3 hours. It's so long, but I'm trying my best to clip it down a little without using time lapse. I might cheat and use just the tiniest bit of time lapse at the end, just a tiny bit. But yeah, I'm trying to find a balance between making sure that you're getting what you need out of it, but also not being bored to death. It is a beast. Do I like it? I'm quite happy with it. Yes. I'm not unhappy with it. And I hope you guys like it. It's not appearance-wise or even really technique-wise, but I guess sentiment-wise, the things that I say and, kind of the way I tell you to kind of approach the painting is very similar to when we did the Buddha painting. And also I'm really drilling down into, just kind of enjoying the process and little details. So that's also like the Buddha painting, why it's so dang long. So So hello, everyone who's just joining us. All right, I'll tell you guys in fact, I have my palette right here from the painting. Some of the paint is still wet because I just finished recording last night. So this is my palette for this week's painting. You ready? Whoosh. Here's my palette. That's some matte medium there. You don't have to use matte medium if you don't want to. You know me. Over here we have deep violet. Here we have cad red medium, quinacridone, a little more cad red medium, and cad orange. So that is our palette for next week. Sounds like somebody's using a leaf blower outside, which there's like 3 inches of snow on the ground, so I can't imagine that that's a thing. Is it snowing? Yeah. Oh, it's apparently snowing right now. So I know that it looks really like spicy and fiery and hot, but I don't believe that the painting is spicy or fiery or hot. So, oh, Carrie just got deep violet. Girlfriend, so good. Deep violet. It's good to use on its own, like it's a nice purple, but for mixing, deep violet will mix with like any of your warm colors. It's so, yeah, you can mix deep violet with red, you can mix it with orange, yellow. Yeah, deep violet is a nice mixing color. So we don't have a video to watch today. So what do you guys want to talk about? You tell me what you want to talk about. Oh, I set up for demos, except I forgot to plug in my camera. So I do have my camera right here. So if you guys need, let me plug this in. If you guys need a demo for anything, I am set up for it, almost. I'm gonna have to stand up to reach that. The Magic Monday mix was so fire-ish. It was, huh? In fact, I think I'm going to make, as soon as I can get this video edited, I'm going to make another Magic Mixing Monday video, and I'm going to use these colors that I used in next week's painting, because I think that'll look really cool. All right. One more wire, and then the camera is all ready. I'm such a mess, you guys. I always have like 85,000 things to do, and then I forget to do them. Okay, there. Yeah, Gretchen, they're just on my Instagram page. There's 2 of them there so far, and I have another one, like I said, that'll be there on Monday, and I'll use the same, readjust in my chair. I'll use the same color palette. So here's the color palette. Look at, I love the way quinacridone and cad red mix. Isn't that the most like cherry color ever? It's so beautiful. Such a great color. So I used this palette for 3 or 4 days. I did the painting for 3 or 4 days. Oh yeah, and yeah, weekly color porn, exactly. I need to tag it paint porn. I keep forgetting that. So Jennifer in chat brought up a game on the phone that I've been actually meaning to tell you guys about for quite a while, and then I just forgot. So it's a game that I've been playing for quite a while. I love this game. I've actually gone all the way through it a couple of times. So like I'll finish it and then I delete the game off my phone and reinstall it because then it's all reset and I play it again. But it's called I Love Hue, H-U-E, like hue like color. And so it's a puzzle game, and I'll show you like a simple one, like how they start out. So let's see, I'll put it here and see if you can see it. So this is one of the simple games, one of the simple ones. And you go into it. Basically, you have to put the colors back in order. So like the ones that have the dot, they don't move. So this one's pretty easy. So you just kind of find it and, you know, drag it where it goes. And I can do this pretty quick because I've played it so many times. So this is an easy one. They're not all this easy. They get pretty challenging. So I'll show you a more challenging one, but I won't make you watch me play it. I'll just show you to give you an example of how challenging they get. But it's a really cool game because it helps you look at color in a different way. So I do want to show you on this one that, so I've been playing this one for a little while, but you can see like, so see how many squares there are in there. And then there's even ones like that one, let's see, that one, where the colors, they're not even all that different. So it gets really challenging sometimes, but it's really a fun game. Anyway, let's go back to this one real quick because I have a little bit done. I want to show you how interesting it is that I think it helps you see colors a little bit. So like if you look at this square right there, it's surrounded by yellow. And so it looks kind of grayish purple, but if I grab it and I drag it over here by the orange, it looks blue. So it totally changes color based on the colors that it's next to. And I think that kind of helps you think about color in a little bit of a different way because, you know, when we are, let's say we want to paint a tree, right? So we want to paint a tree and we think, well, the bark is brown. And so you grab your tube of burnt umber and you're like, oh, it's like, it looks like chocolate, or it just looks really phony. It's brown, but it's not really, you know, the color that you want. Where the color that you want, it might be like a blue-gray, but in context with the rest of the painting, it looks quite brown. So, yeah, chocolate tree, that does sound delightful, doesn't it? So anyway, this game, it's really good for that. If you have any color blindness, if you have any color blindness, it might be kind of challenging for you. I mean, it's kind of challenging anyway, but yeah, it's a cool way to kind of train yourself to see colors, or to at least think about colors a little bit different. So, what do you guys want to talk about? I'm here for you. I'm just going to sit here and do whatever you need me to do. And if you don't need me to do anything, then I'm going to go edit again because the beast is calling. But I've been looking forward to chatting with you guys. So what do you guys think about this time? Saturdays at this time. It seems like there's fewer people here than on a Sunday. So that's interesting. I thought that there would be a lot more people here. Cobalt green, huh? Uh-oh, Deb. Katrina doesn't know what to paint after the Buddha. Maybe this week's painting will... Moon, shut your face. Oh, he's going to try and dig through my blinds again. He keeps trying to, like, escape through the blinds, and so all the blinds in my house are starting to look like junk because he, like, claws at them. Hopefully, Katrina, this week's painting will be that for you. Hopefully you'll like that. No, Moon, don't do it. I'm going to make Daddy feed you to Olaf. Hey, you get out of there. Naughty. Hey, get out of there. Seriously, my blinds are like trashed. It's always a good, it's a good time for you because of Mr. Moon's vocals. Yeah, he's always like that. Did you mix them, Deb? Oh, yeah, you've got that. I saw on the news that like Seattle got its normal annual snowfall in one day today. Yikes. And they don't know how to they don't know how to drive in it. Over here, if we got our annual snowfall in one day, we'd be like, snow day, I guess. But like the whole state would be outside like shoveling the driveway, and there'd probably still be people on the road. So 22 inches. Yeah, that's quite a bit. Wow. In Washington, huh? Wow. That's crazy. All right, I'll just show you guys next week's painting. Think of something. Think of something that you want to talk about, because I don't have anything. I'm just here to see what you guys want to talk about. I don't have a photo of it yet. It's really hard to photograph. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to take a picture of a painting that is primarily red, but it's really, really hard to do. And I don't know. It's probably going to look like junk on the camera here too. Red tends to look kind of brown in a lot of cameras, so I need to try and get a good photo of it. I did use a black canvas. As always, you could paint a canvas black. I would not, if you're going to use the same colors I used, I wouldn't do it on a white canvas. It's going to be super transparent. It's going to look awful. In fact, I talk about this. I know I'm teasing you. I talk about this in the video that this is a painting I've actually been working on for a while now. For probably, I think I started working on it during my last break, last summer. But I was doing it on a white canvas, and it was just not looking good. It was looking kind of awful. And then after I said no video this week, I was like, okay, I need to come up with something good for next week. And my mind immediately went to that. And I was like, oh, a black canvas. That's the answer. So I just slapped the black canvas down and started painting. And it did work. Yay. So use a black canvas. Okay. You ready? Oh, I hope the colors look good. Because if they don't, it's going to look really awful. All right. Here we go. Da, 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 da. Oh yeah, the colors don't look too bad. So, oh man, I never know where that is. So that's our painting next week. And it's going to be almost a 3-hour video, guys. Sorry. I'm trying really hard to trim it down a little bit. So I did grid this. I drew it with a 1-inch grid. So if you want to make any other grid size, remember the blog post that I did a couple weeks ago. That will help you. However, because this painting is compositionally very simple, there's not a lot of opportunity to take photos of it for the PDF things. So there's not going to be like a PDF reference for this. I will have obviously the reference photo, the grid photo for this, but for you guys, since I won't have like a PDF step-by-step thing for you, tell me what other sizes you might plan on doing that in, and I will write it down and I will make you grids for the sizes that you might want to do that in, and I'll include that in your download, so only you guys will get that. The public will get the 12/16 grid, but that's it. So I will make as many grids as you guys want. So tell me what sizes you might want to do that in, and I will make those for you. And then you don't have to worry about it. Maybe I'll do that for you guys every time I do a gridded image. I'll make you multiple grids, so you don't have to worry about that if you don't want to. Yeah, you can totally do it in stages, and in the video I encourage you to even. 8 by 10. Okay. I was thinking this would be really fun for like a Valentine Day card, so like a 5 by 7, 16 by 20. Uh, 20 by 24. Oh my gosh, you guys are going big. 11 by 14. Pat, are you requesting a 9 by 12? Do you want a 9 by 12? Actually, a 9 by 12. A 9 by 12 is a... No, it's not. Never mind. It's close. Oh, okay. No. All of the sizes? I don't think so. 5 by 7. I was thinking I would do 5 by 7 because I think that would be really fun for cards, like Valentine's Day cards. And it's just completely coincidental that I did a big, huge red rose at Valentine's Day because I hate Valentine's Day. That's why you guys never see like real Valentine's Day paintings, because I haven't celebrated Valentine's Day since I was in elementary school and we had to pass out cards to everybody. So Vince has been off the hook and he's okay with that. But so yeah, halfway through painting it, I was like, oh yeah, and it's almost Valentine's Day. Well, that works. Welcome back, Lee. Okay, so I have, let me tell you the ones I wrote down. If I missed your size, then let me know. I have 12 by 16, obviously, because that's what I did. 8 by 10, 16 by 20, 20 by 24, 11 by 14, and 5 by 7. I'm looking, yeah, those are all different. I was going to say, if any of those are the same aspect ratio, then I won't worry about it, but nope, they're all different. A 9 by 12, okay. All right. Yeah, I'm excited. So I will make these for you guys tonight or tomorrow. Oh yeah, 8 by 10 and 16 by 20 are the same. You're right. I think the difference there would be you really want to use a 1-inch grid. Excuse me. You want to use a 1-inch grid on this because there's so much going on. So like a 1-inch had quite a bit of detail in it. So I guess I will make an 8 by 10. Excuse me, hiccups. An 8 by 10 and a 16 by 20 because if I just gridded 8 by 10, then that'll be a 2-inch grid for a 16 by 20, and that kind of sucks. So yeah, I'll do one of each. Oh, let's hear your canvas pad question. Oh, welcome, Sylvie. Yeah, we were just talking about next week's painting. So I'll show you again while Jennifer tells me her canvas question. So this is what we're doing next week. There's no white in it, no black, except I did paint it on a black canvas. Pretty simple color palette. It's deep violet, quin magenta, cad red medium, and cad orange. Lisa wants a 12 by 12. I can make you a 12 by 12, girlfriend. Yep, we got a 16 by 20 on here. Absolutely. Yeah, you can, yeah, I've painted over sheets. I would say you can paint over them as many times as you need to, just like a regular canvas. I really have been using it exactly like canvas. Yeah. But yeah, gesso over them, paint over them, whatever you got to do. All heavy? What's all heavy? I know, Sylvie, it's kind of, but it's one that, like I was telling these guys, I've actually been messing with that image for about 6 months or so. I started messing with it during my break last summer. And because I just really loved the opportunity to work with shadow and highlight. That's really, I'm starting to realize that's really my thing. I want to paint something that has deep, dark shadows and bright, bright highlights. And that offered a lot of that opportunity, just like both of the Buddha paintings did. So, yeah. So that's why I picked that. Oh, all heavy body. It doesn't. I did use heavy body, but it doesn't matter. Except for the cadmiums. Always use heavy body cadmiums. The quinacridone and the deep violet, it doesn't matter. Let's see. Missing some stuff here. Yes, comfort zones. Get out of those things. Yeah, shadow and highlight. Shadow and highlight are so fun to play with, you know? And if you allow your shadows to be as dark as they need to be and your highlights to be as bright as they need to be, you can really get realism in your painting, even if you're not painting realistically. And the painting, I know it looks like, you know, like a big challenge. For me, I think the most challenging thing was just drawing the image on there. But like the brush strokes, guys, if you've painted with me for a while, no, this was from graphic stock. If you've painted with me for a while, the techniques that we've used here, the layering, which really there's not a ton of layering. I think this ultimately has like 2 or 3 layers. It's not a lot. The layering, the way we blend, the brush strokes, it's all the same stuff we've ever done. So there's nothing new here, you guys. It's not going to be that challenging, I promise. Yeah, I got this from graphic stock. So I'll provide the download for that raw image for you guys too, because unless you have a graphic stock account, you won't be able to download it. Yeah, they are like Zen. So I need some more. If you guys have any other shadow and highlight images that you think that I would really like, please send them my way. Black, white, and pain's great. Ooh, yes, smoky quartz. So underrated because it doesn't have the bright, flashy colors in it. But well, you'll be able to look at it all day, Lisa, as soon as you paint it, sister. Let's go in here. I want to see if you can see brush strokes. So see the brush stroke marks, you guys? Same stuff as we always have done. Just layers, just little dashy brush strokes. I did this with 3 brushes. Can anyone guess what 3 brushes I used? I'll give you a minute to guess while I get them out of my jar. Nope, not that one. Let's see. That one, and that one. My scrubby filbert, a 1/2 inch. New filbert. No, I don't have them yet. Dang it. I think my guy is out of the country, so I haven't been able to talk to him yet. So I used my 1/2 inch filbert. This thing is starting to get a little beat, a little bit puffy on the top. And my number 8 filbert, but it's not my scrubby one. It's a nicer one. And a number 3 round. That's all I used. So pretty simple. Um, no angles. Yeah, I thought about that halfway through. I was like, I'm not using any angles for this. It seems like I would use an angle, but nope. Filbert Heaven, exactly. Exactly. And I didn't use my number 3 all that much, mostly just like in the middle where it was a little bit smaller. And honestly, I only used my 1/2 inch for a minute. The vast majority of the painting was done with my number 8. Why didn't I use the puff ball? Because it's starting to get really puffy and I wasn't doing a lot of scrubbing. There's really not a lot of scrubbing, but I knew that I wanted very crisp, clean edges for the petals, and I was worried that I wouldn't be able to get that with the puffball one. So that's why I went with my newer number 8. But yeah, I didn't do a lot of scrubbing. Maybe just a couple places here and there when I was getting impatient. Yeah. So yes, guys, do send me some images that you would like to paint that really focus on a lot of shadow and light, and I'll see if I can work some stuff up for you. I am currently looking for a painting to do next week. I do have an image that I'm thinking about that I'll probably start working on next week if nothing else comes up. It is another flower, strangely, but I don't typically pick what I'm going to do based on what's coming up, except for like Christmas and Halloween. I just saw it and I was like, that photo is incredible. It's so beautiful. And so I really wanted to do that one, but I would rather not do flowers 2 weeks in a row, but I did enjoy doing the flower. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, the first in a series. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to depend on, you know, the other images. I'm not going to just do any old flower, you know. There is actually, oh, I just realized there's a flower that I kind of messed around with over a year ago. I remember I was at the studio that I used to be in. But I messed around with it on a 5x7. I should see if I can find that image again because it was gorgeous, and talk about light and shadow. It was great. So I need to see if I can find that one again. Oh yeah, Gretchen, I think this would be really pretty in cream and white. Absolutely. No photos of ice. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, I suppressed it. I didn't mean to. I was trying to mute it so I didn't like sneeze in your face, and then it just went away. I don't like to suppress sneezes. It's not healthy. Which lotus flower, Sue? Was there one in particular? Jennifer, right? See, I'm so done with winter. I don't want summer. I never want summer. I hate hot. But spring, like, I'm just so ready for some spring, some warmer weather. Yeah, this has been a really rough winter for me, and I'm just ready for it to be over. So I'm sure as soon as it's hot outside, I'll be right back to, all right, we're going to start painting Halloween right now. I know it's May, but it's time for Halloween. But I got to get there first. Oh, good, Gretchen. That makes me happy. Oh, I know. Guys, is my hair so stinking long? It's crazy, isn't it? This is lazy. I didn't put it up when I got out of bed this morning. Hello, Donna. You did, but I will show it again. Yeah, Jennifer, exactly. Yeah, so what was I saying? I feel like there was something. Yeah, I do. I need to try and find that other flower. Maybe we'll do a few different flowers. Please do, guys, though. Send me some images, you know, with some heavy light and shadow. Give me some inspiration. So, Donna, next week, excuse me. So that's what we're doing next week. Oh, Donna. Oh, how good. That's awesome, Pat. Yeah, you know, every color has its use. In fact, I even used, did I tell you that I used that lime green? I put it on my ukulele. Good, Donna, I'm glad. My throat is starting to get dry. Yeah, really ready for winter to be over. Let's see, what else do I have coming up? I think I downloaded a bunch of photos. So let me look and see. I'll kind of, without showing you, I'll kind of tell you what I've been thinking, and then you guys tell me what you like, what you don't like. So I downloaded a cityscape, like a city street. I like it. It would either be super like abstract impressionistic, or it would end up being a ton of work, like a 6-hour video. I have a cool night scene with like an old wrecked boat. Some of these are based on suggestions that you guys gave me last week. You know, somebody was saying abandoned stuff, so I looked up abandoned, and that's how I found this boat. A concert? Oh, ukulele, no. And you guys were saying cityscapes, so I downloaded some cityscapes. I have an image of a really cool still life that I want to do sometime. I really like that. I don't know. Still life is weird. Maybe I just suck at doing still life, but like everybody is like, do still life, do some still life. And then I do it and everybody's like, pfft. So I don't know. Maybe I just don't do still life well. I have not worked on Mona because the bud, the rosebud, the flower, has taken up my entire life this week. I was editing as I was filming. So I would like film for an hour and then I would have to take a break. So I'd come and I'd start editing, and I would edit for like an hour, which is really only about 30. I can really only get through about 30 minutes or so of raw footage in an hour. And then I'd go record again, and then I'd come edit again, and back and forth. And I've done that all week long. That's all I've done all week long. So I have not, but Mona is still sitting right here. And someday Mona and I will get together and have a paint day. So I think some of you probably didn't see her. So I sketched me out a little Mona Lisa. I did grid her. I had to grid her face in 1/2-inch squares. And I had to grid her hands in 1/2-inch squares. So we'll see. Hopefully I get some time to work on her soon. I don't plan on doing her for a tutorial because that's probably one that will take a lot more time. I am recording her though as I work on her, and I was thinking that I would just give like you guys like a super time-lapse version of her with maybe a little bit of commentary over the top of it. But as far as like an actual tutorial, no, because she would be a 45-hour video. Excuse me, guys. I feel like I'm losing my voice. What phone am I using? I have now, I used to do LG, but my last LG the camera sucked, so I needed something with a better camera. So I got the Samsung, it's the Galaxy 9, or the 9 Plus, I guess. Whatever that means. Do an abstract. That's kind of the way I'm leaning, Pat. That's kind of the way I'm leaning. I love still life paintings too, Cheryl. But yeah, it's one of those things that people ask me for and then I do it and they don't like it. Same with abstract. People want abstract paintings. I get so many requests for abstract paintings and then I do them and people are like, unsubscribe. So I don't do abstract very often. Yeah, it is recording purgatory, that's for sure. Starter and hey, Moon, I swear, if you tear those blinds down, Mama's gonna spank your butt, which means pick him up and move him out of the room. Just so we're clear about that. Hush. Yeah, I don't want to start her in a live directed because she's something that I really want to, you know, I want to put on my podcast and not think about anything. I don't want to have to think about what I'm going to say, or am I standing in the way of the camera, or are you going to like what I'm doing, or is it going to turn out, did I pick the wrong color? I don't want to think about things like that. I just want to start and not care if I'm standing in front of the camera. I can cut that part out if it, you know, turns into anything. I don't want to worry about what color, you know, if I chose the wrong color or if I have to scrap it and start over. So, so nope. Is it in a matte finish? I don't have anything on it right now, but I do, yeah, I did use some matte medium, but in the video I tell you it's not required. I use matte medium because I like the way that it helps me layer and blend. It's the way that I prefer to paint, but I don't really rely on it. There's nothing that I do with it that you absolutely can't do without it. It's just the way I prefer. Oh, I'm glad you like the cactus. I love that little cactus. And I know that it wasn't a super popular one. It didn't do horrible, but it wasn't super popular. But I don't even care because I like it. He is kind of screaming mom, huh? Sometimes it sounds like he's screaming hello. He like walks through the house going, hello. Yes, Donna, I did it on a black canvas. So it's one of my Frederick's black canvases. And then I didn't prepare it. I just drew it with my grid. And, oh, and you weren't here. So Donna, I did grid the rose on a 1-inch grid. But I told everybody here that I would make a bunch of different grids based on, you know, whatever sizes you guys might want to do it in. So I have a list of canvas sizes that you guys requested. So I'll be making grids for just you guys. So they won't go out publicly. They'll just be for you guys. Well, thanks, Deb. I need that kind of support. That means a lot to me. Joan, no, I didn't use black gesso. I used a black canvas, but you could. And you could even just take a white canvas and paint it with black paint, whatever you prefer. Yeah, mine was a factory primed black canvas. Yeah, it's true, Sylvie. If you know, when I paint something that is like just for me, I'm like, oh, I love it. And so it's a really fulfilling thing for me. That said, you know, when I'm able to do a video where I feel like I am painting for me, even though it's a video that I'm making for you, then I can have that same feeling. So to an extent, the Buddha and even this rose, I kind of have a little bit of that connection with. So that's nice. There's actually probably about 20 minutes. It's probably more than that. At the end of the rose video where I'm not talking at all. It's just painting. So I'll just turn up the music a little bit on that part. But yeah, so I was able to just kind of, you know, shut everything off and get into a place where I could just paint and not have to worry about, did I just say something stupid? Okay, you have to say something. You have to tell them what you're doing. Okay, this is getting boring. Just say something. So it's nice to be able to get into that place sometimes. Yes, Sue, absolutely. They'll be all in a single download thing for you guys. So you know how usually I give you the link where you can download the PDF reference that shows like the step-by-step, which I actually haven't done for a little while because a lot of the paintings we've done haven't really given me the opportunity for that. So you'll be able to download this like that. I have no idea, Eileen. The only one I'm familiar with is the Liquitex one. I would experiment and just see. I didn't mix the deep violet with anything. So as long as it's not a blue base violet, it should be okay. Like Diox is way too blue, and I felt like that would look, it doesn't layer well on top of warm colors. So as long as it's kind of a warm violet, it should work fine because you're not mixing it with anything. You do want to make sure it's kind of transparent too. Oh, well, thanks, Deb, because I'm always worried. Okay, this is when people shut the video off. This is when they get bored and go, I guess she's done. Aw, that's because you guys are good to me. You know what, Deb, I haven't used Prism Violet in a long time, and the last time I used it was in Basics. I seem to remember it was pretty close to Deep Violet. Like I said, as long as it's a warm, dark violet, not like Diox. Like I said, Diox is a very blue color. That's too blue. It's not going to layer nicely. As long as it's on the warm side, it should probably work fine. Yeah, Jennifer, I've seen that. In fact, I think I downloaded that. You can download that for free off of their website. There's a ton of information in there. Yeah, that's a really cool resource. Yeah, you should be okay, Deb. As long as it's not opaque, it should be okay. No, Eileen, you don't have to mix anything. If the purples you have are a warm tone, they're not blue like Diox, it'll be fine. Don't go out of your way to mix because, like, I mean, if you look at the painting, you can't even see purple. So there's no sense in trying to, see that? This is all painted with that purple. But this color here that you're seeing is not. That's the Cad Red Quin Magenta mixture. And then down here is just like, there might have been a little bit of that color, but that's mostly the black canvas with the purple painted over it. It just kind of tones this. So there's no sense in like going out of your way to mix up some fancy color and spending all day trying to get the perfect color. So that's all the purple is. There's no area on here where we're looking and going, oh, I see purple there. And it doesn't mix with anything. So please don't spend too long trying to come up with the purple that looks exactly like that. There's no sense in that. They do come in all colors, all kinds of colors. Yay, Donna. Oh, okay, Deb. So it might be just ever so slightly bluer than Deep Violet. But if it still gives you a bit of a ruby color with the Cad Orange, then you're fine. You are perfectly fine. Yeah, I want to I need to just hurry up and get this video edited. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be up late tonight working on it because I want to make the Magic Mixing Monday with our palette colors. So don't give me away, you guys, on Instagram when I post it. Because you know I always ask, what would you do with this color? What would you paint with this? Don't give it away and say a rose or I'll punch you. You know, I probably won't punch you. But, will I do finger painting in the near future? I don't have anything planned right now, Tan, but that's always a possibility. I do love me some finger painting. Deb, kind of like when I'm digging through my box of paint, just I feel like a raccoon or something. Yeah, you can say that if you want to. That's good to know, Donna, because that could be dangerous if there's somebody standing behind you. So what else do you guys want to talk about? You have anything else for me? Because, you know, I'm here for you. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 grids to make for you guys. See how much I love you. No, it won't take me that long. It'll take me 7 grids. It might take me about 30 minutes. Not too bad. How did you do that, Jennifer? What colors did you use? Lee still can't paint trees. Everything is practice. Practice, practice, practice. I would like to see some of the trees that you are painting. If you can show me what you have painted, maybe I can offer some suggestions. And, you know, this time I won't wait until you've started your painting over. Pat, it depends on if you're using on the phone or on the website. You can download, oh, you mean like the dimension? Like if it's 12 by 16 or whatever? I don't think so, Yeah, some of them when you download, they just happen to be, you know, the right size. Some of them need to be cropped a little bit. Donna, I'm actually going to do an 8 by 10 and a 16 by 20 because it's a 1-inch grid, so I have to make one for each of them. So yeah, I'll have both of those for you. Oh, okay, you posted one recently there. I will go check that the very second I can get this video finished. Let me see how much I have left to edit, like footage wise, and then tomorrow I just have to record a little bit. Come on. Oh, come on. So what is that? 32. So I have about 25 minutes of footage left to edit. So I should be able to get that done in about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And then once that's done, I can do some other things. Make grids, check out the Patreon community tab. Oh, deep violet and ivory black. Ooh. I bet that would be nice. Accidentally, Eileen. No, that does sound... I'm always excited by color mixing. I love to hear these fun colors that you guys come up with. I wonder how that color would be different if it were deep violet and Payne's Gray. I wonder how Payne's Gray would change it from ivory black. They're both very soft and kind of smoky like that, but the Payne's Gray being much more blue. You should try that. Let me know how that one goes. Nice, Donna. That's what I used for the flower, was a black Fredericks. Yeah, I have a few of those, Eileen. If you have the amethyst, I'm sure that other ones do it too, but the amethyst is the only one I have that I've noticed. And the Daniel Smith watercolor, once it dries, it's sparkly, like almost metallic looking from the, you know, the ground up amethyst. It catches the light and it's really, really shimmery. It's gorgeous. Even if you mix it with other colors, it gives the other color that shimmer. You did it. I want to see, Jennifer. Can you take a photo and post it either on Instagram or on the Patreon community tab? I want to see how it turned out. Color charts are the best, man. See all my color charts behind me? If you were going to do it in yellow, I would probably use a white canvas then, yeah. Well, let's see. If I were going to do the painting in yellow, I would probably underpaint it first, because I was actually thinking about yellow. I would probably underpaint the canvas first in like yellow oxide, or I can never remember what that color is called. I always get raw sienna and raw umber mixed up. The one that looks like flesh in a tube. It's really kind of a gross color, but it's incredible for mixing and makes a great underpainting. Here it is. Just take my word for it, that was raw sienna. I would probably underpaint in raw sienna, and then me personally, I would probably still use purple for the shadows, but that's just me. Depends on what you're looking for. Let's see. I need to get Rose of Ultramarine. I know that's what you were saying. Bye, Katrina. I'm glad you got to hang out for a while. Yeah, I also suggested purple in the video too. I can't wait to see Jennifer. Oh, I will, Sue. Yeah, because I've been so swamped with this painting, I have not been on Instagram in a few days. So, I will. When did you post them? If it's been a couple days, Sue, if you'll just tag me in a comment on it, because then that will pop it back up to the top. Instagram seems to kind of like wipe your notifications after a day or two. So, yeah, unfortunately, when I'm not on for a couple of days, there's things that I completely miss. So transparent burnt sienna, Eileen mentioned. So tell me how you guys use transparent burnt sienna, because I always see that one and I'm like, why? What do I want transparent burnt sienna for? So yeah, tell me about that. What do you use it for? Well, not having a video last week dragged this one's stats down. It might a little bit, but I think, I mean, I'm pretty happy with this painting, and I think it will be a little bit more of a popular one. So I'm not terribly worried about it. So it's like the Buddha, because I didn't have a video for 4 weeks. And when I did the Buddha painting, I guess I didn't, I had a video the week before that, but still I was coming off of 4 weeks without a video, and that one's done really well. So it depends. I don't think it'll be too bad. Oh, you've used the transparent burnt sienna as skin tone shadow? Interesting. Interesting. It's going to be so popular. We'll see about that. Yeah, it is perfect timing for those who do like Valentine's Day. You know, I do try to remember that just because I'm anti-V-Day doesn't mean the rest of the world is. Donna, so technically, but so I don't know how it works really, but you know, every time you see an ad on a video, the person whose video you're watching, they make a little bit of money. When I say a little bit, I mean it's like pennies per 1,000 views. So it's very little. And YouTube had some issues with advertisers pulling their contracts about 1.5 years ago, almost 2 years ago now. And when that happened, mine as well as a lot of other YouTubers, our income from ads was like, mine was like slashed in half, to the point where I have more than twice as many subscribers and views now as I did almost 2 years ago. And I make less than half the amount of money on YouTube as I did almost 2 years ago. But like my YouTube income is not what I rely on. So it doesn't really matter. But you know, I want to have higher stats, because if I don't have high stats, then I'm not bringing new people to my channel to, you know, see future videos and stuff. And people come and go. People will pick up painting for a little while and decide they don't like it, or decide they don't like me, or decide they're going to try something else. For some reason, people, you know, people will stop watching at some point. So I have to be able to replenish those viewers and bring in new viewers. So if I don't have high stats, if my stats aren't going up, then my channel will eventually flatline and die. So that's really my main concern. It's not really about, you know, making more money or anything. It's about sustaining what I have. Sunsets and water mountainscapes. Lee avoids Valentine's Day just like me. You never see ads on my videos? What? I see them all the time. I see ads on my own videos. Do you have an ad blocker? How can you help? I think that's really it. I mean, you know, if you watch my videos, so this isn't like a please watch my video beg. That's not what this is, okay? But if you watch every video, and if you watch it to the end, what you're essentially telling YouTube is, I like this person, I like their content, I like this video. And YouTube sees that and says, oh, okay, people like this video, we should serve it to other people. So a video that doesn't get watched much, YouTube doesn't serve it to other people. They're like, nobody likes that one, don't suggest it. You know how you see on the side, like, suggested or recommended for you? That's because other people like that video, and YouTube is like, you might like it too. So if you can tell YouTube, I like this video, then it's going to suggest it to other people more often. So, I mean, technically you can do that, but, but that's about it. Thanks, Dev. You're welcome, Donna. Yeah, comments help too, especially when I can get back in there and actually reply to them. I'm trying to be better at it, but right now I'm like almost, it's about once a week I get in there to reply to comments. That in itself is like a full-time job. Bye, Sherelle. Yep, Donna, it does. That's why. No, you don't have to loop my channel all night long. I appreciate it. That's very kind. You don't have to do that. But yeah, no, I appreciate you asking. So what else do you guys want to talk about? Anything? Anything? Just in case anyone came in after I showed it. I don't think anybody did, but this is next week. I would show you like an actual photo, but like I said, I can't. I'll show you the photo that I took of it. One of them. I took one that was okay, but it was kind of blurry, so I have to retake it anyway. But to give you an example of how hard it is to photograph this color, let me see if you can see. See how like orange it is? It's very orange and very hot, but it's a much more like, even here it looks a little bit more orange. It's a little bit more blue base than that, but yeah, it was like almost like orange flesh. I took that picture and I was like, ew, I cannot use that picture to promote this. People will be like, why is your rose like a brown orange? So yeah, I have to work on getting a better photo of it. Oh, thank you, Lee. What lights do I use? So I have a couple. You can see my one right here, right there. It's an LED panel. So it's like a rectangle with all the little LEDs on it. And I have it pointed at the ceiling because then it bounces. I actually have another one over here, so I have two of them. And they're pointed at the ceiling because then the light like bounces and it reflects and I get much less glare. If they're upright, they're way too bright, even on the lowest setting. On the lowest setting, they still cause, like, it's still direct light hitting the canvas and it glares really bad. But aimed at the ceiling, it's not bad. This is just like a floor lamp that I got at Target. And it's got these three, but I aim them at the ceiling too, so they reflect down. But in it, it's got these IKEA LED. See, I can unscrew it. It's been on all day long. It's barely warm. It's these IKEA LED light bulbs. So they're really nice. They stay cool. They last forever and ever and ever. And they have a blue setting. Like these ones, I can turn them, I can make them so that they're warm or cool. So they can be almost orange, which I don't know why you would want that. But I keep them on the blue setting because it, come on, it doesn't want to screw back in now. On the blue setting is how you get like the truer color while painting. So you want, if you're looking at lights, you want LED and you want the, I can't remember what the Kelvin number is. There's usually a chart and it will show you everything from like yellow to blue. You want to get it as close to the blue end of the spectrum as possible. But yeah, I find that LED works the best. Yeah, lighting can be challenging. I don't even know what an aught is. No idea what that is. But yeah, all of the lights that I have in here are LEDs. So even I turn this one on occasionally because it's nice and diffused. So I don't get a lot of glare, which is nice. I don't use it real often when I paint, just sometimes. Depends on what the light is like outside. Every once in a while, sometimes I open my curtain back here and let in direct light, sometimes not. But I even have the same LED bulb I showed you in here, I've got in this lamp. Try what? Try the rose in watercolor? I don't know if I could do that in watercolor, because when I paint in watercolor, I prefer much like messier and flowy, and I don't know. I don't know if I could do that in watercolor. Maybe I'll mess with it and see. Doesn't sound familiar. I'll have to look, because I'm going to have to get something, you know, when spring finally gets here, whenever that is. It's supposed to snow here for the next week. You know, I want to be out camping in Beulah as much as possible. So that means I'll be having to paint while we're camping, so I'll need a little light. Cool. I will look at Joanne then and see if I can get one from her. Do they have a clamp? Because that would be super handy in my little camper. Because I could clamp it onto my table. Oh yeah, in my camper that's this big, there's not much room for an easel. Nope. Not a lot of easel room in there. Bye, Lee. Have a good night. Or I guess morning. What time? I don't even know what time it is there. I guess it's morning for you. So have a good day. Oh, table easels. I'd rather paint flat. Just me personally. Every time I've painted on a table easel, it like backs away from me, and that is super irritating. So, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, if you guys don't have anything else like pressing that you want to talk about, then I'm going to go finish editing. Oh, good. Well, and it's Sunday for you, right? So you don't have to work today. Yay! I'm glad that this time works out for some of our overseas friends. 10 a.m., not too bad. But yeah, so unless you guys need something else, then I'm going to go edit. And if you do need something else, then tell me and I'll stick around for a little bit. But yeah, I really want to go get this stupid video done, because I still have to put in the music. And I know that that doesn't sound like a big chore to you, but in a typical hour-long video, putting the music in takes me at least an hour. At least an hour. So putting the music into a 3-hour video, yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to go edit. So I have loved chatting with you all, as always. And the very second I can get those PDFs put together, I'm hoping tomorrow I will get that posted over to you on Patreon. So until then, have a lovely morning, day, evening, whatever it is for you. And I will see you soon. I love you guys. Bye.